Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Steven back for another episode on EaudetTreasure. Thanks for coming back to the channel. I cannot wait to get to this stuff right here. So I've been on vacation. I had a 4-day weekend. I took Friday off and Monday was a national holiday. So 4 days in a row I went traveling in beautiful Kyushu, Japan. Just checking out the sights and the scenery of around this the countryside where I live. And when I got back to my apartment, I had these boxes at the door waiting for me. It's a good thing it's not boiling hot outside. It's actually been very rainy, which means it's humid, but it's not very hot because there's no sun beating down. And when these packages sit outside your front door, you're hoping that the weather is not really super hot or freezing cold, and it was fine out there. I'm guessing it was around 25 degrees, something like that. So I had this stuff waiting for me. I'm not going to open this all up tonight. It's like midnight. I've been so busy. I've been unpacking. I had to go to work today. It's just too much, really. Too much stuff to sample in one night on my hands and to smell it. So I'll get to, I'll get to this one. Maybe I'll do this one tonight. And I'll do these 2 boxes in this one video here. And this beauty right here, this square box came from the USA. Cannot wait to get to this one. I want to get to this one the most, but I'll wait till tomorrow on this one. This is the first time I ever got something from the company DUA. I got some DUA fragrances I'm going to try out and show you in this box. That's going to be exciting. Don't know if it's going to be in the next video or the next video, but a couple videos after this one, you're going to see this DUA. This DUA haul. All right, let's do this one next, and let's do these 2 now. So these 2 really have nothing to do with each other, except they're both discontinued fragrances. I've talked about both of them on my channel before. Saw a couple good deals, a great deal in this one, great deal in this one, picked them up, they came around the same time. All right, let's get to opening these. This one is Hanae Mori HiM, and this one is Bvlgari Blue Notte. Let's open these up and check them out. Wow, this one came with a free gift. Modeling Color Up Base UV. I'm sure I'll find some use for that. HiM by Hanae Mori. I'll tell you why I bought this, how much I bought this for, and the story behind this one. There were a few popular fragrances that came out from this company, this designer, Hanae Mori. And if you look back at my channel, episode 46, I call that one a fail because I had ordered this on Amazon. I thought I ordered this, and what I got was the regular, the Hanae Mori by Hanae Mori. For HiM, kind of the more common one, the men's fragrance that they have. And I didn't want that one, and I sent it back, and I got this one instead. But it was sealed in the box, and I never opened it. Guys, I'm going to spray this one and tell you what I think of the scent. So let me do a spray now, and I'll tell you. This one, I saw it listed. It's used, but it's nearly full, as you can see, just at the top there. This is a 50 ml bottle. It was sold in Japan. 50 ml. Hanae Mori. There's a batch code. 23408087. There it is. That's interesting. 3.4 fluid ounces, but it says 50 ml. That's kind of odd, isn't it? But it says 50 ml bottle. Let me give this thing a sniff. Okay, so the reason why this one is popular is because it smells similar to Gucci Pour Homme 2, which is discontinued. I'll show a bottle of it on the screen here. I don't have one with me, so I can't compare hand to hand, but I'm smelling this now and just going off of memory if this smells similar to Gucci Pour Homme 2. I'd say yes. It definitely smells similar to that, but it's not a clone. This is like, I would say 85% similar. So this is a woody, spicy fragrance, but I don't think it's that woody, spicy. It's a little bit on the light side, which is fine. I've seen videos that say that this fragrance, the performance is fantastic and it just lasts a long time. Don't know yet. I just opened it up, giving you my first impression. I think it smells, let's say 80-85% similar to Gucci Pour Homme 2. You have the woodiness, you have the slight spiciness. I sense a little bit of that tea note, because that's what the Gucci Pour Homme 2 is so beautiful, that fragrance. It's that combination of the woodiness, the spiciness, and that tea all combined. It's very unique, and it's a damn shame that's been discontinued. This doesn't really get you there, but it is pretty close, and I think this is nice in its own right. It came out in 2012, and as I said, it's been discontinued. The prices have gone up a lot, but I just checked on eBay. It's not too crazy. You can get a 100 ml of this for about $80 or $90. If it's boxed and really clean and nice, about $130. Or you can get a 50 ml. Maybe you can get one for about $50, 50 or $60. The other cologne that I've tried extensively, I think I've done a few videos about it, is Sculpture pour Homme God's Night. And it's a brownish colored bottle, or brownish juice in that clear bottle. And that one is fantastic. I actually like that one over this one. I don't think the performance is that great. The performance isn't really that great for the Gucci pour Homme 2 either. It's just the scent is so wonderful. If this one has really great performance, that would really, really give this one a boost, but I just don't think I would choose this over the Sculpture pour Homme God's Night. I really like that one. And that one is closer to Gucci pour Homme 2 than this one is. Like, I would say Sculpture God's Night is like 90% there, and this one is like 80 to 85% there. The top notes are violet leaf, pepper, cardamom, mandarin orange, and bergamot. The middle notes are cinnamon, tonka bean, and fig tree. In the base notes, you have amber, white cedar extract, teak wood, balsam fir, and musk. Those are really interesting fragrance notes, and to be honest, even if this thing doesn't smell 95% the same as Gucci pour Homme 2, in its own right, this is a nice fragrance. It's not so woody that it wouldn't be mass appealing. You would get compliments with this. There's a tiny bit of freshness and sweetness in this too. I think it's pretty smooth. You have sweetness, you have freshness, you have a little bit of woody spiciness all combining together. Yeah, this is a nice fragrance, but I don't know if it's really worth over $60. I would say for $50, if you can afford $50 for a 50 ml bottle and be happy with it, go for it. I just don't know if I would spend that much more. What did I spend on this nearly full, like new bottle here? 4,000 yen, or $25 and change. Now onto this fragrance. Talked about this one extensively also on this channel. You can go back and take a look at some of the other videos. Whenever I find this for a cheap price, I pick it up. I just didn't want to make a separate video about this. I just wanted to put these two together. I've covered them both before, and I'll definitely cover them again in the future when I keep getting good deals. So, Bvlgari Notte pour Homme. It's a 50 ml. And according to the pictures on the listing, the description, this thing is like new. Like, the only thing that was wrong with it, the seller pointed out, was there's a little crease in the top of the box. And I'm okay with that. Let's take a look at the batch code. P21419BE1. I'm going to look that up and see when this was produced. Now, usually on some of the older bottles, the cap fades over time because it's a chrome cap. Similar to the cap for Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. It just fades over time. Let's take a look at this one. Bvlgari Blue Note. This is just a darker version of Bvlgari Blue, which is still available. P21419BE1. But the cap is totally clean. Look at that. It's like brand new. All right. Let's give a spray on the other hand. As I said, Bvlgari Blue pour Homme is still available in stores. You can still get that. For how much longer? I don't know. Bvlgari is... they're canceling some of their classic fragrances, and sometimes they reissue their fragrances. Like Bvlgari pour Homme is still available, and there's a new eau de parfum out. But Bvlgari pour Homme Soir is discontinued, for example. Brush this thing off real quick. Yeah, it looks good. This is nearly full. Take a look at that. The bubble is right up to the top there. So it's somewhat of a darker version. It's a richer version of Bvlgari Blue, which I consider somewhat of a soapy, spicy fragrance. This one has a note of chocolate or cacao. It's an Alberto Maria's creation from 2004. The ladies version, Pour Femme, came out the year before, 2003. And the notes in this, in no particular order, are lavender, dark chocolate, anise, cardamom, galanga, cedar, tobacco blossom, mint, oak tree, neroli, pomegranate, and bergamot. it doesn't list which ones are the top notes, the mid notes, or the base notes on Fragrantica. And to be totally honest, it's hard to pick out the notes in this. As I'm smelling it, I'm trying. And I can sense the dark chocolate and the lavender. It's very unique. It's really sad that these fragrances got discontinued. They're both really great. They have nothing to do with each other. They're both a little bit on the dark side, but also have a little bit of sweetness too. You know what's funny? I just remembered a story about Hanae Mori. I got the original one, I think it was like 7 years ago, something like that. I was in the USA before I came to Japan, and I saw something about Creed Aventus. There was some kind of connection to the original Hanae Mori and Creed Aventus, and maybe I'm mistaken, but for whatever reason, I went on eBay and I bought it, and it was a cheapie, just like this one at the time. People said at the time, don't get the HiM version, get the regular one. That's the one you want. And it was like $18 or $20, and you know me, I bought it, it came, it was sealed brand new, and I stashed it. I never even opened it. And I just looked on eBay, guys. You know what they're selling for? $160 for that $18 or $20 fragrance that I bought 6 years ago. And the 50 mLs are like 100. So I don't even know what it smells like. It's stashed in boxes in my house in the USA. So I still have it somewhere. I don't think I sold it. I didn't sell it because I thought it's $20. Who's going to buy it? You know, I already paid $20 for it. So why sell it again for $20? But I'm glad I have it. I forgot to mention what I bought this one for. Like new 50 ml Bvlgari Blue Notte. I saw it online and I saw it for 2,000 yen, and I thought there's something wrong. It must be fake. I clicked on it. I looked at it. It was a brand new bottle. It comes in the box. 2,000 yen I bought this for. It had been there for an hour. That's $12 and change. Like, I still think that there's something wrong with it. It's too good to be true. This thing should have sold instantly. It should have been gone in 5 minutes, but it was still sitting there after an hour. $12 and change for that one. Now I have a couple bottles of this. I have the sealed ones, and now I have this one to wear come fall time. I think this would be good for the fall. So I'm looking forward to wearing actually both of these when the fall time comes around. Thanks for watching, guys. That's all there is for this video. I hope you liked this double feature of sorts. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and like the video. Down below, hit the like button. And subscribe if you want to see more of this vintage, discontinued, interesting, or rare fragrances on this channel, Eau de Treasure. And leave a comment down below about any of these fragrances. If you have a question about them, or if you want to know what they smell like, or no, tell me what they smell like. What do they smell like to you? What is your experience with these fragrances? And I said, ask me a question. A lot of the questions, most of the questions I get is, where can I buy it? That question I don't like because I don't have a good answer for you guys. I live in Japan and I look online for the used websites, and I go to vintage shops where people are getting rid of what they perceive as junk or stuff they don't want. And I find this stuff for dirt cheap because there's no market for it here in Japan. If you live in the USA or Canada, if you live in Europe, you're kind of shit out of luck. I don't know what to say. You can go to eBay, but you have to pay the high prices on eBay. This stuff is still available on eBay. If you really like it, just buy it, because you'll justify the price. If you get something, make sure it's authentic. You have to be secure that you're buying something that's not a fake. So buy from a reputable seller. And if you really like it, then you can't feel bad about spending $100 or $150 on a fragrance that doesn't exist anymore. I don't believe in that. Frankly, I believe that you should just get clones. And if this is your favorite fragrance and there are no clones available for it, start finding a new favorite fragrance. There's nothing wrong with there's so many amazing, beautiful fragrances out there that people love that are in the same style as something like these. Shift over to something that's more readily available. I have one that is near me right now. It's this one. Now, maybe I'll make a separate video about this, but there are fragrances out there that smell really nice, and they're $10. That's it for this video, guys. Stay tuned for the next one that is coming up soon, and I'll probably start recording it in about 5 minutes. So until then, take care.